Byron, we've got this news coming in. You've been terrific on the Trump case in New York. We're going to get to that in a second. But federal judge Eileen Cannon rejected special counsel Jack Smith's demand for a gag order on former President Trump in the classified documents case in order to stop Trump talking about that FBI raid on Mar-a-Lago and the use of deadly force. Now, the FBI said that's standard protocol with all warrants. What do you make of what the judge did today?
Well, she apparently did it for procedural reasons, but the fact is Jack Smith's efforts to gag Donald Trump, both in Washington, D.C. and in Florida, have both met a lot of trouble with a pretty friendly judge in Washington and a not as friendly judge in Florida. So, obviously the gag order is playing a really large role in the Trump trial in Manhattan. And I think that it would be a really good idea if you didn't have something like that if there are further trials either this year or next.
You know, Byron, let's get back to this. Let's get your reaction to the Biden campaign finally showing beyond a reasonable doubt the open secret in D.C. that President Biden is pushing for these Trump cases. The Biden campaign showed up at the Trump trial today, basically conceding that, yes, this is a political trial, but it backfired. They showed up with actor Robert De Niro, who literally said, vote for Joe Biden. Outside the court, he said that. He then got in a fight with Trump supporters. Watch the Biden campaign ignore media questions. Avoid it. Watch.
Would you consider Trump a threat to all these wars Biden has gotten us into?
Any media questions?
Is this a weaponization of the Justice Department, sir?
Any media questions?
You want to answer the real questions, only the fake news?
So they're not taking questions, and now the president reportedly is going to make a White House address based on whatever the Trump verdict is. That's using the bully pulpit. What do you make of that? Trump supporters are furious here.
I think this was really an extraordinary development today because how many weeks has this trial been going? 6 or 7 now. And the President Biden, has hung back on this and not talked about it in public. And then a couple of days ago, we get a leak that he is going to make some sort of statement when there's a verdict. And the story said he would make the statement in a White House context so people wouldn't think it was political. I think everybody's going to think it's political anyway. But then today, he has his campaign, and his national campaign spokesperson was there doing this kind of circus event outside the courthouse in New York at the very end of the trial. I mean, we could have a verdict tomorrow for all we know, but they couldn't wait until the actual verdict. I think this was probably a bad idea, especially since they decided to make Robert De Niro the leading spokesperson for this effort.
Isn't the fact that they even let this happen show that the Biden White House is out of control, that they went anywhere near this trial and turned it into a political what people know, they'd feel Trump supporters feel that these are political lawfare attacks on Trump's. They went there today. Final word.
They did. Well, there's no doubt that President Biden's party allies in New York are conducting this trial and seeking to actually convict and jail Trump before the 2024 election. That's just a fact. So I think the fact that Biden comes out and sort of gives his, seal of approval for this is really pretty important.
Got it. Byron York, you're terrific. Read Byron York. He's so smart. Thanks for joining us. Still ahead.